So Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso 2. Um, Grasso retained the title by a split draw, which is basically just a draw. One judge went for Grasso, the other went for Shevchenko, and then the other thought it was totally even, which is a fair assessment. I would make the argument that either won that fight, but I do think Grasso did enough to really prove that it wasn't just a mistake on Shevchenko. She without a doubt proved that she dropped Shevchenko with a straight and almost submitted Shevchenko in the end of the fight. Reversed some takedowns. So I think Alexa Grasso would be the ultimate winner just because I saw much more from her than I anticipated. Because when you see that split second thing against the dominant champion, you're always going to be asking yourself a bunch of what ifs would have happened in that fight had something else gone down. Okay? You need to have some iced coffee. But this was one of those fights that removed any of that doubt. So congratulations to Alexa Grasso. Are they going to do a third fight? I don't know. Should they? Maybe. I think they should leave it where it's at because Aaron Blanchfield's still up for a title shot. Because I think Aaron Blanchfield beats either Grasso or Shevchenko. I mean, Aaron Blanchfield is definitely the new champion as far as I'm concerned. Unless an upset happens, I see Aaron Blanchfield taking the division by storm and being a very dominant champion for years. Aaron Blanchfield is the next big thing in women's MMA, I honestly believe. I think she just needs to work on marketing herself a little bit better. But she's basically like an older version of that Helena Jiu-Jitsu girl that we always see on uh on Instagram, right? The one that's winning a bunch. It's like an older, more seasoned black belt version of her. And she's also a part-time model. I'm gonna be honest and say that I think Aaron Blanchfield is a very attractive young woman, and she knows how to fight. She's made everybody who's been toe to toe with Shevchenko look semi helpless. Once you get into that top 5 or that top 10, it's a little bit different. But at the same time, having said all that, Valentina Shevchenko is not overrated. I think she won that second Nunes fight. I thought that was a robbery. Go back and watch that fight. She has beaten Joanna Jacek. She's beaten a lot of women in 135, and she was always the runner-up. So you move her down to her actual weight class of 125 because we never had the flyweight women's division. It was always 115 to 135, and then they added that, which they should have a long time ago. Now 125 is booming, has a lot of superstars. I like the way the division's going. But when we have Valentina coming up, and then she's the dominant champion for years because she's been the only flyweight women's champion for a long, long time. They had to send people up from strawweight to try and dispatch her. She took out all the best strawweights that there were. And now there's a lot of people in 125 coming up who are thrashing through rows. Now there's a lot of different variables here. But Shevchenko is just reaching that age. She is past her prime, and it happens. Father Time beats every fighter, whether you are a man or a woman. It sounds really messed up when you say it like that, but Shevchenko is getting older. She's not going to be the same fighter she used to be. Is the title shot in any picture? I don't know. We're going to have to probably see some more. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future, or with or without a belt, another Grasso fight, just not at this time. She's going to have to get a little more active if she wants to. I just understand that this age is going to start weighing her down. When you get to your late 30s, early 40s, just goes downhill. I'm sorry. That's what happens. We're all going to get there, whether you're a UFC fighter or not. I'm entering my 30s, and let me tell you, not looking forward to the 5 years from now when everything starts busting down and breaking down. It's going to be very upsetting, very sad. I'm actually very dreading it. That's why I'm enjoying kind of like my peak years of my physical prime while I can. And I'm not even a UFC fighter. I'm far from it. But it just happens, and I think that Shevchenko is still probably the 125 GOAT in the women's divisions just because she's been so dominant for so long. But we do get to see it in real time, and maybe she needs to make a hard decision, hang it up before she starts taking a lot of damage because we don't want to see a female version of Chuck Liddell, right? And possibly just, you know, start weaning out of the sport because you have a name for yourself. You have a social media presence. You have movie credits. She's got a lot going for her in life. So fighting is just part of her sport. And then she could also be a head coach, one of the best, bring up the prodigies. But anyone who's saying, oh, we hate Valentina, I think Valentina probably would hate you. Probably not. But this is what happens. We get to see Father Time take a fighter in real time. And hopefully she makes the right decision. Hopefully she knows what's best for her. Maybe she steps in there, takes out some lower competition, which is all right, you know. But I think that her best punches have already been thrown and it just only fades from here. I'm not saying this to put her down. I'm just being brutally honest. But congratulations again to Alexa Grasso on a job well done because I do think that you won that fight. Peace.